Something is stirring in Foxborough. Something cold, calculated. It doesn't shout, it smirks. The crowd that once lived off echoes of Brady and Belichick now rises for something new, something darker, something hungrier. Under the silver glare of Gillette's lights, you can feel it. The swagger is back. And this time, it wears number 10. Drake May isn't pretending to be Tom Brady. He's trying to replace him. And under Mike Vrabel, the Patriots look like they might just pull it off. For the first time in years, Foxborough feels alive again. The air hums differently, not with nostalgia, but with intent. The 2025 New England Patriots are no longer chasing their past. They're rewriting it. 8 weeks into the season, they sit at 6-2, perched beside Buffalo atop the AFC East. And they didn't get there by accident. They did it through discipline, violence, and a brand of football that feels unmistakably New England. Efficient, physical, and cruelly smart. The change started the moment Mike Vrabel walked back through the doors of Gillette Stadium. Not as a linebacker, not as a symbol of the dynasty, but as its successor. Vrabel's return was more than poetic. It was strategic. He inherited a fractured roster, an uncertain front office, and a fan base tired of waiting for the next Brady. His solution wasn't slogans or sentiment. It was edge, accountability, and pain. Players talk about it quietly. The practices that feel like combat. The weight room sessions where Vrabel himself still demonstrates technique. He doesn't quote philosophy, he demands it. And the message has landed. The Patriots no longer play like a team trying to recover. They play like one trying to reclaim. At the heart of it all is Drake May, the calm in the chaos. Once a first-round question mark, he's now the answer. May's evolution since September has been startling. Through 8 games, he's thrown for over 2,100 yards, with a 67% completion rate and just 5 interceptions. But stats don't tell the story. His poise does. He stands taller in the pocket now, diagnosing blitzes with veteran eyes. He's developed chemistry with Demario Douglas, Stephon Diggs, and Hunter Henry, spreading the ball like a conductor directing chaos. May isn't chasing Tom Brady's ghost anymore. He's building his own. And with every perfect strike on third down, every no-look fade into the corner of the end zone, he's making believers out of cynics. Ask defensive coordinators across the league, and they'll tell you the same thing. May plays older than he is. That's the part that scares people. Not the arm, not the stats, but the calm. He already looks like he's been here before. While May crafts control on offense, Vrabel engineers violence on defense. This Patriots team doesn't bend anymore. It breaks people. They rank 4th in scoring defense, allowing under 19 points per game, and are top 10 in takeaways. That's not coincidence. That's culture. But the biggest difference isn't personnel, it's posture. They hit harder. They celebrate less. There's a ruthlessness to them, a kind of surgical aggression that only comes from a coach who's lived it. Vrabel doesn't preach do your job. He demands do it until it hurts. And it's working. Opponents leave Foxborough looking like they went through a car crash. Drives stall not because of fancy schematics, but because of attrition. Snap after snap, the Patriots grind you down, wear you out, and then finish you. It's been years since the NFL feared Foxborough. But that fear is creeping back. The Patriots have climbed into the league's top 10 in total offense, averaging 26 points per game while holding opponents to just under 19. They don't lead the league in flash, they lead it in execution. Every drive feels deliberate, every possession precious. In their Week 5 win over Buffalo, a statement game that turned the AFC East upside down, May led a game-winning drive in the final 2 minutes, completing 5 straight passes against one of the league's toughest defenses. Final score, 23-20. And the moment May kneeled out the clock, the stadium didn't just roar, it exhaled. Because for the first time since Brady, it felt inevitable again. The Patriots weren't lucky. They were inevitable. Now the rest of the AFC East has to reckon with that. The Bills aren't being challenged by a cute underdog. They're being hunted by a team that looks like it remembers what winning tastes like. Something cold is forming in Foxborough again. It's not nostalgia, it's a storm. And this time, the Patriots don't just want their crown back, they plan to take it. The Patriots aren't dazzling people with fireworks, they're dissecting them. Each week feels like a controlled experiment in pain tolerance. Mike Vrabel has built something that looks less like a football team and more like a field operation. Everyone knows their role. Everyone executes. Nobody blinks. This is not the Patriots of the Mac Jones years, buried under indecision and chaos. This is structure, clarity, and command. From the first whistle of training camp, Vrabel made one thing clear. You don't earn the logo, you protect it. He stripped away titles, blurred hierarchies, and redefined toughness. Players say he brought old-school cruelty wrapped in modern detail. Every rep matters, every mistake costs. And the results are showing on every blade of turf. The Patriots' defense is suffocating, not because of talent alone, but because of how it moves. Vrabel's background as a linebacker in the Dynasty era built him on instincts, and he's replicated that DNA across this unit. Through 8 weeks, New England ranks 4th in total defense and 3rd in third down stops, holding opponents to conversions on just 31% of attempts. That's where games die, between downs 2 and 3, because by then, quarterbacks already look rattled. Christian Barmore anchors the interior with violent hands and rare agility, collapsing pockets before quarterbacks can even plant. And behind them, the secondary, a hallmark of every great Patriots era, looks reborn. Christian Gonzalez, in just his second year, is locking down receivers across the league, allowing fewer than 45 yards per game in coverage. Vrabel's genius lies in disguise, not just schematically, but psychologically. He mixes coverages like sleight of hand, showing blitz with 7, dropping 4, then inverting the next snap entirely. It's confusion weaponized, and when confusion meets contact, it breaks teams. Ask the Jets, who managed just 9 total first downs against them in Week 4. Ask the Dolphins, whose high-powered offense sputtered under relentless pressure. Ask Josh Allen, who found himself running for his life against a defense that predicted his every move. This Patriots defense doesn't react, it dictates. And that's where fear begins. On offense, Drake May continues to evolve from promising rookie to full-field assassin. It's not the numbers that stand out, though they shine. 2,187 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a passer rating climbing toward 99.3. It's the poise. The subtle pocket slide to buy half a second. The way he stares down a safety before throwing a back shoulder dart to Douglas. The command to check into a run on 3rd and 3 when the defense shows too high. Those are veteran moves, from a kid still learning what it means to carry a franchise. Vrabel gave May something no rookie quarterback in New England has had since Brady: trust. The offense isn't being babysat, it's being built around him. Coordinator Alex Van Pelt has tailored the system to May's strengths. Fast reads, heavy motion, RPO flexibility, and it's working. The Patriots averaged 26 points per game, up 8 from last year's total. Their red zone touchdown rate, 62%. That's top 5 in the league. But beyond the metrics, there's a psychological shift. Players follow him. You can see it in the huddle. May doesn't yell. He steadies. He looks his linemen in the eyes before every big play, the same way Brady used to. And when the ball leaves his hands, it's no longer hope. It's expectation. The timing is telepathic, the confidence unshakable. And behind them, the offensive line, anchored by David Andrews and Mike Onwenu, has rediscovered its identity as a trench fortress. They've allowed just 10 sacks all year, second fewest in the AFC. That stability has made the run game relevant again. Ramondre Stevenson has been his usual hammer, pounding for 470 yards and 4 scores, while rookie Trevion Henderson provides the lightning. This is not an offense built to chase shootouts. It's an offense built to suffocate time, to grind defenses, to win by attrition. The old Patriot way was built on efficiency and dominance. The new Patriot way is built on adaptability and fear. Vrabel's team doesn't outscore you, it outlasts you. They win field position, they win time of possession, they win fourth quarters. And in the process, they've found something no stat can measure: identity. Every great Patriots era had one: Brady's poise, Belichick's genius. Now it's Vrabel's edge. He's resurrected the dynasty's discipline, but injected it with new aggression, a hybrid of 2000s grit and 2000s 20 chaos. And the league has noticed. After the Week 5 win over Buffalo, Bills linebacker Matt Milano said it best: "They play like they're angry at history." That's exactly it. The Patriots aren't looking back at what they were. They're mad it was ever taken from them. And that hunger, that fury, makes them unpredictable, dangerous, and terrifyingly familiar. By midseason, the whispers turned to warnings. Analysts who once spoke of rebuild years now spoke of statement games. Every team that walked into Foxborough came out with bruises and questions. Because this Patriots team doesn't just win, it rewrites expectations. The schedule was supposed to expose them. Instead, it baptized them. The gauntlet of October, Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets in consecutive weeks, was meant to humble a rookie quarterback. But Drake May wasn't humbled. He was sharpened. In that 3-game stretch, May completed 71% of his passes, tossed 7 touchdowns, and didn't throw a single interception. The Patriots went 3-0, and the message to the division was unmistakable. The AFC East no longer belongs to Buffalo alone. For the past half-decade, the Bills ruled with offensive firepower and defensive depth. Josh Allen and James Cook turned Sundays into highlight reels, while Buffalo's defense punished mistakes. But dominance breeds complacency, and New England has feasted on complacency for decades. The Patriots are now first in turnover margin, +9 and second in time of possession. controlling games the old-fashioned way, through efficiency and pain. Each drive is a slow bleed. Each defensive series, a surgical strike. Mike Vrabel's imprint is everywhere. His sideline demeanor, headset tilted, jaw set, arms folded, has become a symbol of order and chaos. He coaches with the familiarity of a man who's lived through greatness and the fire of someone determined to create it again. Players say the biggest difference isn't the scheme, it's the silence. Meetings used to be filled with explanations. Now, they're filled with expectation. If you make a mistake, you don't need to be told. Well, you already know. The roster, once thin and predictable, now looks layered and lethal. On offense, Demario Douglas continues to break out as a reliable chain mover, while Hunter Henry has rediscovered red zone dominance with 4 touchdowns in 5 weeks. Ramondre Stevenson remains the bruising anchor of their run game, his power run setting up the play-action magic that May executes with surgical precision. And when defenses sell out against the run, May punishes them with vertical shots to Demario Douglas streaking through zones. Every piece fits, every motion has purpose. It's football played like chess, not for entertainment, but for empire. Mike Vrabel's genius lies in what can't be measured: control. The Patriots' penalties have dropped to just over 4 per game, their fewest since 2018. They lead the AFC in opponent 3 and outs. They rarely lose composure, and they never lose identity. He's brought back something New England had lost since the dynasty fell apart: intimidation. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind. The kind you feel in the tunnel before kickoff when you look across and realize the team in red, white, and blue expects to hurt you. Vrabel has made Patriot toughness real again. The linebackers tackle high and finish low. The defensive backs hit like linebackers. The offensive line blocks through the whistle. There's no arrogance, just efficiency born of violence. And it's contagious. Drake May, who entered the league soft-spoken and cerebral, now leads with Vrabel's glare. He doesn't celebrate touchdowns. He resets. He doesn't boast after wins. He studies. Every throw, every drive feels like a test he's already prepared for. When asked about comparisons to Brady, he just smiles. "I'm not chasing ghosts," he said after the Bills' win. "I'm trying to build one." The Buffalo Bills still have talent, and Miami's speed still threatens anyone on a given Sunday. But when you watch the Patriots now, the precision, the brutality, the focus, you feel something that's been missing from this division for years: inevitability. New England no longer plays against its opponents. It plays above them. They enter November with the league's #2 scoring defense, top 10 passing offense, and the confidence of a team that's found balance. No one phase carries the rest. They all feed one another. Defense sets the tone, offense closes the deal, and special teams quietly dominate field position. Gillette Stadium has become hostile again. Not loud, but suffocating. The crowd doesn't cheer every play. They anticipate success. They know what's coming before it happens. It's the same rhythm Foxborough once knew when Lombardi trophies lined the hallway. The dynasty may be gone, but its echo is back. And echoes, when harnessed, can shake mountains. Night falls over New England, and the lights at Gillette burn cold and steady. The wind howls through the banners, whispering reminders of past glory. But what's happening on the field feels different. This isn't nostalgia. This is rebirth. Mike Vrabel has turned the Patriots into what the NFL dreads most: a team that's learning to love the grind again. They don't rely on miracles. They manufacture inevitability. And at the center of it, Drake May stands like a torch, calm, fierce, unflinching. He's not Tom Brady's successor. He's his own revolution. Every dynasty begins with defiance. And in 2025, that defiance lives in Foxborough. They don't need banners to validate them. They have belief, and belief backed by blood is dangerous. Because when New England wins, it doesn't just change standings, it changes standards. The league better take notice. The evil empire isn't coming back. It's already here. If stories like this remind you why football still gives you chills, hit subscribe. Because around here, we don't just watch the game, we feel it.